Hey guys, hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Divine Shade if you're new. So today guys, we're going to be talking about Elvis and we're going to be talking about Khloe Kardashian. These two characters are the exact same as you can see from this side by side. So before I show you guys all these connections and everything, I do want to speak about a few things. There is so much damage control out there a lot of times with certain celebrities. There's a lot of damage control saying that he's so many different people, which he is not, and it's obviously wrong. And when you watch this video full through, it is undeniable how much they fucking look alike and how much she looks like Elvis in drag. And there's so many connections, there's so much gematria that matches up. So make sure you guys watch this video all the way through. Before we get into this video, a huge shout out to Conscious X for finding this one. So right here, as you can see from this side by side, they share the same nose, they share the same facial structure, they even share the same eyes, okay? So Elvis Presley, there's a lot of gematria with his death just being completely fake. And then Khloe, she's one of the sisters of the Kardashians, okay? And everyone pretty much knows the whole rundown of who Khloe is. All right, so here's another side-by-side that I made, and you can still see it. No matter how much they try to upgrade her character to make her, in quotations, look better, she will always still look like this man, okay? I even made this edit to show you guys what Elvis would look like as a woman. So as you see, the wig and then the lips, and that's the same spacing of the chin that she has from her lips and her chin, because she has a huge chin, and the eyelashes, of course. And as you can see, he looks very much like her. And I even put a side by side. I found a similar picture of her wearing the same makeup and like the eyelashes and everything, okay? And like I said, those chins are the exact same, okay? And here you go, that side by side of the chins look exactly the same. Even their nose is the same. The distance between their nose and their mouth is the exact same. So there's been plenty of rumors about this shit, but the main rumor push is that O.J. Simpson is her father and that Chris cheated and had Khloe. But that makes no sense because Khloe does not look like a mixed person, okay? That's pure damage control. And this man's not her father neither, obviously, because he wasn't even on the world stage around the time where she was conceived or born or whatever the fuck they do. Just know they're not made like me and you, but he wasn't even on the world stage for them to even put that out there, you know? What it is that she's the recycled look of him, okay? That's what's going on. Her vessel, the inspired look of her, the inspired look of her vessel comes from Elvis, okay? So there's rumors that this was her biological dad, which makes no sense. That's why there's only a few of them, because it sounds ridiculous, because it's not. That's pure damage control sometimes when it's like obvious characters that look alike and they're really old. People say, oh, that's their dad, that's their son, that's their, you know, etc. That's pure damage control. That's not deep. That's a very limiting perspective, and it's like, just really think outside the box when it comes to this shit. Like, obviously the reason why some of my titles say immortals, because how else do you justify these entities having these vessels that look like past vessels, like past celebrity vessels, okay? So here's a major connection. So Priscilla actually dated Robert. Robert is the Kardashians' biological father who faked his death. And I'm going to show you guys a picture of him. He looks like a goddamn character. All right. And Priscilla, she's Elvis Presley's wife. And I will show you guys some pictures of that. So right here says, during their courtship, they had a brief breakup, and in that window, Kardashian dated Priscilla Presley. So while Chris, I don't know why the mom name is Chris, but while Chris was divorcing Robert, during that little window period time, he started dating Priscilla, okay? And here is Priscilla. This is her older self. She looks fucking ridiculous. And that's Robert, okay? And Robert looked like a complete character. He is obviously a death faker. So this is another weird, freaky article title. It's just disgusting. They really want to paint a whole story with this little love triangle, I guess you can call it. So that's Elvis and Priscilla when Priscilla was younger. And go check out my Elvis Presley's wife is Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey connects this whole thing perfectly. Since Elvis Presley's wife and Lana Del Rey, those two characters share the same physical attributes and they're the same character basically. The connection is that Lana Del Rey be around the Kardashians. She connects us all, okay? Priscilla was married to Elvis, but then got with their dad, and then now the new characters kicking it with the whole family. And of course, right there on the far right, you see Khloe, who's Elvis, all right? So it's like a reunion of the two couples. So you have, on the far left, you have the wife Priscilla, and on the far right you have the husband and Elvis and their new personas and their new characters now, okay? It's crazy because they both stand out in this picture. So right here, Khloe did more mockery. She's on one eye, and her nail, the shaping of her nail is a triangle. At the end of the day, that design is a triangle. And so she said, loving my nail design, I stole the look from Lana Del Rey. So that's a big connection. Now on Elvis' grave, it says eternal flame. That's what's inscripted on his grave. And Kim went viral for this flame outfit that she wore. In all of my previous videos, I talked about how Kim does massive damage control towards who her sisters' characters are and what her sisters are based off of. And so make sure you guys go check out my Kylie Jenner is Immortal video. Really good video. And here's Elvis with Cher, and I recently made a video talking about how Cher is Kourtney Kardashian, which is so obvious. Go check out those two videos. It'll be linked in the card above and down below in the description box for you guys. So here's some other damage control that Kourtney did. So Kourtney's having this whole wedding thing, and basically when Kourtney and Travis had their wedding in Vegas, because you know sometimes people go get married in Vegas and then have a big wedding, okay? And they had a Elvis impersonator who married them, okay? And as you can see from this picture, and Elvis in Las Vegas have the same gematria. They have 23 and 32 in the full reduction and the reverse full reduction, and it has 86 in the English ordinal and 68 in the reverse ordinal. So his whole connection with Vegas and people always impersonating him in Vegas, it's all scripted. It was meant to be that way. He's like one of the biggest promotions for that place. So right here is Kim and Khloe at the after party of the wedding. I don't know. All I know is that this wedding shit is like some vampire energy harvesting type shit. They all look so gothic and just evil. And so here's some more connections. So their tattoos are always symbolic, and of course she's doing the one eye with the hat. So their tattoos are always symbolic. If you guys checked out my Drake video, I went in depth about his tattoos that he had. And right here she has a cross on the middle of her chest, okay, a cross. And of course it's in the middle of the chest, all right? Sometimes when a person wears necklace or a chain, guys, chains and stuff are usually longer than females. The cross can sometimes lay in the middle of the chest, all right? Elvis is known for wearing these cross necklaces, and they obviously, as you can see, they lay in the middle of the chest. That's a little further down, but some are right there. They even tried to sell some of his cross pendants, all right? And this article says, necklace Elvis gave a little girl could make her a millionaire. That's a scripted young girl. Anyway, as you can see right here, he has that. So right here, Elvis' death is so fake. Let's talk about this. So the time that he was pronounced dead is 33. And 33 is associated with masonry because in gematria, masonry equals 33. He was pronounced dead at 3:30. 0 cancels out. That's 33. So let's talk about Elvis. His full name, Elvis Aaron Presley. And the reverse full reduction cipher equals 99. And then if you look at the number down below under all four of these numbers, it's 9999. Nines are associated with the end because 9 is the end of the numbers. It's the last number. So 9 is the last number. And 9 is associated with being the end. You have a lot of celebrities that a lot of you guys love. Like, let's see, like Juice WRLD, or even the 6s, because the 6 can be flipped and be a 9. And death fakers like that. So his middle name is Aaron. And Aaron and Dead have 22 in the full reduction cipher and in the reverse full reduction cipher. And it also has 49 in the English ordinal and 94 in the reverse ordinal. And then right here, so before I talk about the connections with the gematria with this one, the reason why it says I won't is because if you go look this up, I didn't screenshot it, but I won't was Elvis' last words. And in gematria, Khloe's name plus her middle name, her name Khloe, and her middle name and his last words have the same gematria. So in the full reduction cipher, it has 27, and in the reverse full reduction, it has 72. And if you flip the 72, that's 27. And then in the reverse full reduction cipher, they both share 27 and 72. So he has a song called True Love, and it was a pretty big song. She later go and name her kid True. Really weird name, and I knew it was a connection with that because that's a really weird name. So Khloe's the tallest sister. She's big as fuck. She's a big ass man. Compared to standing next to her sister, she looks ginormous. So I usually don't mention height, but this is a connection that she's really tall, and Elvis was 6 feet and she was 5'10", not that far apart in height. It's a huge connection how they're so big. And another connection is that their middle names both start with an A, Aaron and Alexandra. And Alexandra is like a guy's name, but we've been desensitized to unisex names and these spectrum names that it's like something that we're okay with, because Alexander, those names were associated with just being with guys, but we've got so used to it. So that's just something that we've adapted, and that we name girls these unisex names. And a lot of times it's because the mom wants to name the girl after dad or grandpa, and all this shit. And they do this shit because it shows how they're just inverted as fuck. Because if you split her name down, it's like Alex and Andre. So right here, she's always getting exposed for her filters. So is all her sisters. But this is true. Filters make people look totally different. And recently people were mad that in the state of Texas, I believe, they banned filters or whatever, but they're back now. And people were upset, but it was only idiots that were upset, because you have to think filters, it's like facial recognition. They're studying your face and matching up a fake artificial look for yourself, And we've got so used to filters because of Snapchat, and people hide behind these filters 24/7. I mean, there's some filters that you don't even know is a filter. You don't even know if people that you like on Instagram are using a goddamn filter, So this is her without this filter. She completely looks like Elvis in fucking drag, Just stare at this motherfucking picture right here on the right. She looks so much like Elvis. It is disgusting. And her eye color looks like some type of vampire type eyes. This picture right here, pause the video. Just pause the video and look at this goddamn picture. Screenshot it. Zoom in. It's like Elvis with a goddamn wig on and some makeup. And this one right here too. She looks exactly like him. There's no difference. And her younger self looks exactly like him. Exactly. This picture right here, exactly like him. She is literally him. for some reason, she's just, her body or whatever, this character is so weird looking, which of course she would be weird looking because she's based off of a guy, like, completely. And like I've been saying with all these Kardashian sisters, they're a full mockery. If you're listening over any of them, they're laughing in your face because they're showing you what they are. So her body looks fucking disgusting. But let's talk about her belly button. It's even creepy to look at. What the fuck is that? Like, what the fuck is that? I'll just leave it to y'all to say what the fuck that is, because that shit looks disgusting. That goes back to me saying that these vessels are not human. Like, I think they're imitating human vessels. You understand? That's what I think is going on. Some of you guys leave us really good comments about that, and some of you are on the same mind wave, I guess you can say, like the same thought process as us when it comes to this. So shout out to y'all. So right here in the movie, they got this guy Austin Butler to play Elvis. He don't look shit like him at all. As you can see, they don't look shit alike. And here go your beloved death faker Elvis. This is literally a triangle. So yeah, guys, Elvis Presley is a death faker, and he is now Khloe Kardashian. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all.